Good morning, everyone. This is Ranger Jake here in Yellowstone National Park. And first thing I want to acknowledge is today, I think the broadcast will be a little after, but we're filming on August 25th. So today is the National Park Service's 106th birthday. So we just want to say happy birthday to the National Park Service. Thank you for joining us in the next installment of our 150th anniversary virtual video series. Most of the series, the different people we've had on to talk, they've been about past, present, and future. But today's a little different because today is a pilot program that we're going to be talking about, and that's the Yellowstone Tribal Heritage Center. And to describe where we are, if you look between the two of us, this is Alyssa. We have the Tribal Heritage Center just between us over here. It's located in the main part of the Old Faithful area, so if you're down in the area, be sure to stop by. But I mentioned this Tribal Heritage Center. It's a pilot program, and to talk more about that is Alyssa McGeeley. She is the center program coordinator, or the center coordinator, and we're going to go ahead and let her take it away and tell us a little bit about the project and how it started and how it's been going so far. So thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hinchji, Jahojivka, Alyssa McGeeley dos, Isti, Muskogogi, Mandoas, Oklahoman, Omalayido. So hello, my name is Alyssa McGeeley. I'm Muskogee and I'm an Oklahoman. So I definitely feel honored to be able to be a part of this pilot program that started this year. We started in May. The last weekend in May we had our first artist, and it'll go through September 24th with artists. So this program started in talks with tribal leaders, with the park superintendent Cam Shawley. So the tribal leaders talked about wanting to have a presence in the park. So this is just one way that that's being addressed. The space is open to artists from the 27 different tribes that are associated with Yellowstone. So every week we have an artist that comes in and they share their art, whether that's beadwork, moccasin making. We've had someone that sang in their language and they had the drum. We've also had, right now we have someone that's a storyteller and she's doing a demonstration on braiding sweetgrass. So a lot of different tribes have been represented here, and it's been, for me, it's been really amazing. I got to see every one of them. And so we have a few more, and they're usually here between Tuesday and Saturday from 10 to 4. And then some days there is a little bit of a gap for a transition, but you can look on the park calendar and you can see those dates. When you pull up the day, it'll have listed on there if we have an artist in the building or not. So
Cool. So tell us a little bit. You mentioned like how the program or how the pilot program started, and you're getting the opportunity to be here and see, the interactions. As the fly on the wall and getting to see all those, do you have like a favorite interaction that you've seen? There are some, that stands out to you?
Yeah, so there's a few. One is we had a person that did a ribbon skirt display, and she brought in skirts from different makers, some from the First Nations in Canada and then some from different tribes across the U.S. But also she was sharing about just sewing in general with some of the children that came in, and there was a family that came in from England that had 3 daughters, 3 little girls. So she shared with them about sewing and different things, and she had a little activity for them to do. But when they were finished, the family was getting ready to leave, and as they got close to the door, the youngest daughter, that was like 3 or 4, asked her mom if she could give the artist a hug, and the mom told her, I don't know, but you can ask her. So the little girl ran back over to the artist and said, can I hug you? And it was just really special, and the artist, of course, was like, yes, you can give me a hug. So it was a really cool connection that happened, and for the families just to get to hear directly from the artist is really special, because we even had a traditional poetry person, and so she would do her poetry that was very personal for her, about her family or her heritage. And then also she shared about the different plants, the plant use in the park that her tribe had done, but there was a father that got up afterwards and he told her thank you for that, because it was important for him to have his child hear directly from an Indigenous person, their story, and just about the experience and everything. So I think there is one other thing that I loved this summer for me personally. Deb Haaland stopped by, Secretary of Interior, Deb Haaland.
I was going to say,
Sorry.
for people who don't know who that is.
Yeah, Secretary of Interior, Deb Haaland. So she got to stop in and she met our artists. And when he was speaking to her, he got to speak in his language. And then whenever I walked up to speak with her, I introduced myself in my language, and then she in turn introduced in her language. So to hear 3 different native languages spoken in that one room was really amazing. So definitely it's a great, I think it's a great program. I'm excited that it's going to continue, and we'll be able to work with even more artists and more from more tribes too.
So being here, being this is a pilot project, are you finding people are aware of it when they stop in, or are they pleasantly surprised, or what's been the norm?
Right. So when they do come in, I think they, some people are looking for it. They've found it on the calendar, or there is a little bit in the paper that's handed out at the gate. There's a little mention of it there. And then on the Yellowstone Forever, which is the organization that is partnering with the park on this. So it's on their website, under 150 years. And then I think it's been shared in a few other places too. And so some people do know, and they know to come in and what's happening. Some people are really excited to see that there's a tribal heritage center. It's not always what they expect when it comes in, because it's really a living space. So it's not meant to be a museum, and it's not meant to tell other people's stories. It's meant for them to be able to come in and tell their story and let people know they're here, they're present.
So if people were to come down to the Old Faithful area, where are you located? We can see the building right over your shoulder,
right.
But yeah, so to your right is Old Faithful.
Yes.
Just out of the picture.
Yeah, so it's a great spot, definitely. So it's between the Visitor Education Center and Old Faithful Lodge. If you pull into the parking lot, you'll see 3 yurts. The building's right past that. And the front of the building faces Old Faithful. We've got a porch with rockers that I absolutely love to go sit in and watch Old Faithful. Yeah, so it's really easy to find and really accessible. Most of the time people are walking right by it whenever they're going out to their cars or coming in from their cars.
Cool. So the last question I kind of asked someone like a personal, I already asked you about a story that stood out, but is being a part of this project, the Tribal Heritage Center, letting people tell their stories, is there anything, what it means to you personally, just being a part of this project, and what it's been like to be part of this program?
Yeah, so as a Native American, I always want to champion when any other Native Americans are given a space where they previously didn't have one. And so I know for my tribe, we've been removed for over 150 years, so it's very, I understand what that feeling of not being in your homeland, but I think it's been amazing to help the artists. Like I really just get to host them and help their experience be the best that it can. So we've had I had an artist tell me when they came in, it just felt different. Like it felt like a little bit like healing for them to come in because someone asked them to be here. Someone wanted them here, and then the response from the visitors, they loved it. Like they walked away having such a good experience that they that people wanted to hear. Because sometimes you're not sure if anyone wants to hear your story, but every week there's been a lot of people that wanted to see what was going on. So
awesome. Well, thank you for that. I'm going to jump back on camera with you. So I just want to say thank you to everyone for joining us for this 150th virtual video series installment. I want to thank Alyssa for joining us and talking a little bit about the pilot program. I want to give a shout out to our official nonprofit partner, Yellowstone Forever, for funding this entire endeavor. So if you are in the area, we invite you to come. stop in, say hello to Alyssa. She'll give you the tour of the area. But thank you again for your continued support of Yellowstone National Park. Happy birthday to the National Park Service once again, and we'll see you on the next video.
Bye.
Bye.